Everyone, let's check out the daily. Oh, so it looks like it's gonna be a week of Rising Sun. We got some more Rising Sun, Menagerie. Is that it? What day is it today? Thursday. That means 2 expansions, right? Rising Sun Menagerie. Okay. So Scrap can trash, so can Rice Broker and Tanuki. Tanuki is starting to become, in my mind, one of the strongest trash for benefit cards in the game. Enlightenment. Okay, so in some sense, we don't really need to trash. Oh, let's get a quick look at the whole kingdom here so people can see. We don't really need to trash out our coppers if we think that this is going to become activated. And in fact, it might actually help to keep a copper or two around, because it can, well, maybe not. I mean, I was going to say it can activate Daimyo, but it's probably a bad approach. Black Cat is an interesting one. In the past couple of months, I've noticed that the AI has sort of laid off its obsession with Black Cat. But there's good trashing here, so like it might not be worth going for that anyway. There's Village, of course, Rustic Village and Snowy Village. Is this the only plus buy? Scrap can give plus buy, and Snowy Village gives it. Alliance. This looks like it might be something worth going for. Which one is Paddock? Paddock is the gain 2 horses. Ooh, this could be just a very strong Paddock Daimyo. This is going to be like a very explosive, powerful board. Daimyo on a single horse gets you to a hand size of 9. I think. Is that right? Or is it, no, is it 8? Yeah, the weakness on this board is the lack of an easy to play plus buy. You don't want to play Snowy Village early in the turn. Scrap is kind of, if you're taking plus buy off of Scrap for, say, trashing an estate, it's a pretty weak, its alternative effect is going to be pretty weak. But if we can get a Tanuki. Okay, what am I opening here? What am I doing? Ooh, another thing, big thing to do would be Kiln on Daimyo. I mean, I see very well here how to build into a deck that draws itself and is very, very powerful with creating a lot of money. I'm thinking just a few Paddocks and Daimyos, but how are we getting clean? Are we picking up a Scrap, or are we going to hold off and pick up a Tanuki? Maybe we open Scrap Silver. Aim to take a Tanuki. Rice Broker trashing horse is also a huge amount of draw. But on the other hand, like, it's not that much more than just playing the horse. This is, maybe we want to use Rice Broker to trash the coppers. And so, like, I'm thinking here, is this going to be an alliance board? I suppose alliance is a good way to add multiple cards to the deck. And I think once we get going, once we really kick off, we should be able to draw very strongly, should have a very strong drawing deck. So the extra green won't be a big deal. Then later on, these golds can be remodeled into provinces, and then maybe we do another alliance. So that might be like how the game ends. I've played some other games of Rising Sun where Rustic Village is the omen, and it never even gets bought simply because there's such a powerful village in something like Daimyo. So I think I'm going to go scrap silver. Hopefully we hit 5 and grab a Tanuki. Tanuki is a card we definitely want at some point this game. It'll be good early game to help us thin some estates. It'll be excellent late game for remodeling golds. And then we just sort of work in some of these cards up here and Daimyo. If we have to at some point take a sleigh to throw some horses in, okay, fine. Yeah, that's going to be my plan here. So they do a scrap as well. Silver. Okay, so this will be, this is very good. Well, hold on. I mean, if the scrap doesn't miss, I like what I see here. Is there any world in which I take a Daimyo here instead of Tanuki? Or even a rice broker? So down here, I'm going to assume my scrap does not miss, in which case I'm drawing scrap. This has got to be Tanuki, right? Okay, so the scrap misses. Excellent. They scrap an estate. Oh, they're going Black Cat. That's funny. They scrapped an estate. They took money with it. What did they buy in turn 3? They bought another scrap. Okay. So my trashing is slowed down now because the estate is missed. Down here is scrap estate. So I can definitely line up a scrap with an estate. I can play the Tanuki off the deck. I'm thinking again, is this a place to take Daimyo? Or do I just take another scrap? If I take Daimyo, if I see it in the next 3 cards after these 2, I'm extremely happy. If I don't, I mean, I scrap an estate for what? Maybe coin. Probably not card. Maybe. Like, it would be nice if I bought a Daimyo here. It would be nice to make sure that I can pay off the debt on the next turn. Part of me kind of also wants to get another scrap. And if it doesn't, scrap estates, take things like horse and coin or whatever we need, horse and action maybe. And when the scraps outlive their usefulness, Tanuki them into paddock. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll take a scrap and we'll start scrapping stuff. And those scraps are going to kind of outlive what they're here for. So we'll Tanuki them into something. They take a rice broker. So this, we're taking action and card. If I draw, so you know, I can, if I draw a coin, I can play the Tanuki on the estate for, I don't know, it might even be Snowy Village, just to get, because you know Daimyo is going to be the main village source. Daimyo on, you know, horses eventually. Snowy Village is the plus buy. So if I take action card, if I draw a scrap, I'm still happy. If I take a horse here, Tanuki the estate into, I'll probably Tanuki into the rustic village. But then what am I buying? Just a sleigh? I think I'll take a card. Interesting. So let's scrap estate again. But this time I will take maybe horse and coin. If I take horse and coin, I can buy a silver. Don't know how exactly how much I like that. Then down here, it's likely that I see my Daimyo. So then I can Daimyo the Tanuki, trash an estate into a village, and maybe a silver into a paddock. Maybe I take horse silver and buy a sleigh. Oh, I don't have a Daimyo. I'm an idiot. I don't have a Daimyo yet. So what are we doing down here? This Tanuki is going to trash either an estate or a trash an estate, or maybe it trashes the silver into a fiver. Okay, so maybe I take it. Maybe I get this Daimyo now. And we can pay off this debt. They take a Daimyo, so we'll Tanuki you into, I think I'll just take a rustic village. Am I getting another Daimyo already? I have a horse down there. Daimyo the Tanuki on like the two scraps would be great. I think I'm going to take another one. They're just so powerful. They're incredibly strong, these cards. Okay. I think I'll play the village first. I would rather Daimyo the Tanuki. So what do they get? Silver and horse, probably off a scrap, and another Daimyo. Discard 2 cards. I think I'm going to do this. Let's discard the coppers. Daimyo, Tanuki, let's go scrap into paddock, silver into paddock, and just pay off some debt. Now we can Daimyo a horse. Paddock. 1, 2. So I don't want to, I'll Tanuki the scrap into another paddock and take another Daimyo. How many Daimyos do I have? 3, I think. I might... Who is in a worse situation for treasures? They've trashed out. I don't think I've trashed a copper yet. So I want enlightenment more than they do. Maybe I think what I'll do though is I'll rustic village, and depending on what I draw, I might do the discard. Yeah, I wanna get to something. Okay, we're gonna overload on horses here. We may as well Tanuki something. I think there's a lot of horses and a daimyo down there. Slay? I'm not too worried about getting hit with curses. I'm considering a kiln here. A kiln would allow us to pick up a lot more daimyo. And once I add a kiln and a daimyo, I think I have enough paddock and horse gainers. We can start thinking about taking an alliance. And I also think adding a snowy at some point will be smart. So they finally added Tanuki and a daimyo. Yeah, they're drawing their deck, but I think I have more potential for payload, which is why I really need a snowy village. So I'm going to play one horse. Okay, now daimyo, a horse. I want to reach a kiln. Okay, kiln. Daimyo, gain. Look at all this money I've got. I don't have any plus buy. Ouch. I suppose I could do something to get plus buy. I could Tanuki. So I need to put this in my hand to get some village effect. Oh, I have that. Okay, well, we're fine here. We're fine. Let's Tanuki a horse into snowy. Oh. Ooh. I forgot that I had daimyoed. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. All right, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. How about horse into maybe another Tanuki or a kiln? So I'll have 2 buys at the moment. It could be more. Sheesh. Okay. I think I need to daimyo the horse to make sure to ensure I get back to... Could be a rustic village. I could daimyo the rustic village. Ooh, wait. Oh, the second play drew the Tanuki. Okay, that's fine. So I want to end up... What am I buying here? I'm going to probably buy like Alliance Daimyo. And I want to make it so that I end up with a horse on top, and when I buy the daimyo, I'm going to slay to put it on top. So what am I trashing here with this tanuki? I could trash a horse into something. Decline. Decline. So let's trash the horse into Rice Broker might help just for consistency. I'm not going to take another. I considered another kiln to help us gain more daimyo next turn, but I'm buying one this turn, so this pile will be down to 2. It's very likely the AI takes at least 1. I think I'm going to take a Rice Broker simply to help with, I can Rice Broker a horse or copper to, make sure I don't completely screw up my next turn. So down here, I believe is 3 horses at least, maybe more. Okay, paddock. No. End actions. Play treasures. Alliance. No. And daimyo. Top deck. Pay off debt. And we didn't get cursed. Okay, so I think I might daimyo the Rice Broker here and trash these 2 horses. Bang, bang. Okay. Okay, now I don't want to, I think we're fine with draw. I could 1, 2, 3. I have 4 plays of tanuki here. I could really lower provinces if I wanted to. I could, well, first of all, I want to kiln a daimyo again. This is unfortunate. Yeah, we might end up. Okay. Oh my gosh, come on, kiln, let's go! I mean, yeah, you want to play the tanuki out of the deck, not draw it, but I think I've got so much overdraw, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, and Rustic Village is about to hit us on Enlightenment. Okay, Rustic Village. No. Let's kiln daimyo. Gain, thank you. Just leave it there. We might take a daimyo again at the start of next turn. Okay, we can draw through with the coppers, but how about tanuki gold into province? What are we going to do? Tanuki silver into something? I want to gain a lot of horses again and set up my next turn just like I did last time. There honestly might be some kind of big province thing we can do here. I don't want to think about it too much, so let's just Let's just do that. Okay, we did not get cursed. Oh, shoot. No, I don't want to Tanuki that. Sorry, I don't want to Daimyo the Tanuki. How about we just gain as many horses, like a whole bunch of horses. Okay. So nothing is being daimyoed here. Let's do a single trash into province. Daimyo more paddock. Okay. So now we snowy. There's tons of horses down there. Let's Daimyo paddock again. Tanuki. Horse into maybe another Tanuki. So let's go Alliance and Daimyo. And the Daimyo will be put on top. Yeah, we can probably just empty the provinces this turn. We'll have to carefully play through the ordering of things, but like just milling provinces. And so we have 1 gold we can turn into a province. And how many provinces do we have? 3. We, you know, if we figure out the ordering carefully, I mean, I might even be able to like so I have three plays of Tanuki easily, but the Daimyos give us even more. So what do I have here? Tanuki gold into province, Tanuki province to province, Tanuki province to province, and I have more than enough money to empty the provinces. So let's just oh, curses, right. I mean, he's only got 2 black cats, so I'm not really concerned. Right. So let's do another province to province. And let's have fun. Daimyo. I guess the paddock. Maybe I should put this in hand. Kiln. Paddock. Let's gain a copy, why not? Play you. Horse on. Horse on. Let's kill you to duchy. Draw on. And I guess you will only have 1 action left. Paddock. Play treasures. Alliance. Alliance. Fun. Okay, there we go. Yep. The weakness in this kingdom, and you can see how strong this kingdom was. The weakness was the plus buy. Snowy Village is a good consistent plus buy, but it's not the kind of card you necessarily want to add terribly early because it doesn't do that much for you until you have, well, I don't know. I mean, Daimyo is the explosive card here. Daimyo with Paddock, you overload your deck with horses, and then on the next turn the Daimyo plays the horses and you're overloaded on draw. Kiln was nice just to empty out a couple more Daimyos. Tanuki also super powerful. I'm surprised the AI didn't do better on this board. Again, like I've mentioned the last few days, that some of the recommended kingdoms with Rising Sun, the AI does very well on, and a card like Tanuki is one that it plays extremely well, I've found, at least. So I'm not really sure what's going on with these dailies. I didn't even necessarily need Rustic Village. How many times did I ever play a treasure in the action phase with Enlightenment? I'm not sure. I guess a couple times the Rustic Village I did discard to cycle, at least once. But this card really was not terribly important. In the presence of Daimyo, which is such a stronger village, you don't really need this. I think that's the kind of case where this might be, of all the omens, I have to think through what all the omens are, but Rustic Village might be the one omen that makes prophecies likely to never be activated if there is a stronger village on the board. A lot of the other omens you often want to pick up because they're just so good. And Rustic Village is pretty good, but in the presence of a much stronger village, why would you get Rustic Village? I did it because I think I had 4 to spend. So, or did I? Maybe I did a Tanuki. I changed an estate into a Rustic Village. I don't know what else would have been better to change the estate into here. But as soon as I saw this board, I saw the explosive nature of being able to draw and have a lot of money. It's the somewhat awkward plus buy. Like Snowy Village here was bought, like this card on this kingdom was as good for me as Ruined Market. It was literally just I just want one thing that has plus buy on it, and it can be a liability if you don't have crazy deck control like this. Snowy Village can be a liability because of this downside. Ignore the further plus actions. But we were like super drawing, super village. Didn't really matter. Yeah, cool. Maybe there's some ways to speed this up. What turn was this? 12, I think. Yeah, turn 12. So I don't know what they were. They just didn't go for draw. They didn't have the right. Not a single paddock is a mistake from the AI. No horse gainers. So I don't know what they were thinking. A bunch of Daimyo on their own without any other card that gives plus action is like not quite, like Daimyo played on a cantrip is already draws an extra card. And then you get whatever bonus the cantrip offers twice rather than once. But a bunch of Daimyo and like small draw cards like this doesn't actually do much for you because it's all terminal. It's not like Throne, where you can throne a throne and then play a black cat, and then the second activation of Throne Room can continue your turn. It doesn't work that way. You want something that says plus action on it. In my case, that was mostly horses. Anyway, cool kingdom, very strong, powerful, fun. I'm still loving Rising Sun, and I wonder if they're going to take the Rising Sun week all the way to the end of the weekend or sort of end it on Saturday or what. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow.